One thing which I've noticed about the foodie scene in Kuching is that it's very similar to that in Ipoh. Meaning if you're craving for some very typical local kopitiam kind of food like chi chong fan and dim sum in Ipoh, you'll have to go very early in the morning, or if you're lucky, they are still open in the afternoon. For me, that is a little bit disheartening because, as all my friends know, I'm not a morning person. However, I did make it a point to set my alarm clock, and I woke up very early one morning to go to Rooyi Cafe, this previous vlog of mine here, to partake in the most famous Sarawak laksa in the whole of Kuching, the place frequented by the late Anthony Bourdain. Hey you, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Nice to see you again, and today I want to tick off yet another item of my to-eat list here in Kuching, and that's the kway chap. And my enthusiastic search for the Teochew broad flat rice noodles served in thick yummy broth brings me here to this cafe, which is simply known as Rooyi. When I step foot into Rooyi, well, I sense something is not quite right because it's awfully quiet, and the Asing Kway Chap, this very stall here, is closed. I can't believe it. According to Google Map, Asing Kway Chap is supposed to open until 1 p.m. and now it's like what? 12:30, and it is already sold out, so I'm very disappointed, but nonetheless I'm not going to venture to another place. Let's get myself a seat here, and the only stall which is open is the Kolomi. It's not a bad thing actually. This is the second time I'm having kolomi in Kuching on this very trip, and this bowl of kolomi in Rooyi Cafe is pretty good. A generous amount of minced pork and also pieces or rather slices of char siu, and the noodle is nice and springy. Nonetheless, I can't help but to feel a little bit devastated that I missed yet another opportunity to eat kway chap here in Kuching. I don't know where I'll find the time to slot in another search for kway chap because it's very near to the end of my, well, citycation here in Kuching. Hey, this is really interesting. Well, the local newspaper is called Suara Sarawak, or the Voice of Sarawak. Come along and join me on a little wander in Kuching. I have a little shopping list, and I'm looking for 2 specific products to bring back to the peninsula, and one of them is this one here. Now, what am I getting from this very nondescript mom and pop shop? These are freshly home roasted Sarawak coffee beans, and they make perfect souvenirs for me to bring back to the peninsula. Mission accomplished. I've got 2 bags of freshly roasted Sarawak coffee beans in hand. And here we are back at the Harmony Arch, and just behind the arch there is a little street market. Caveat, I'm not altogether sure if this street market is strictly a weekend feature, but if you do know, do tell me in the comment box below. Here you find a mishmash of vendors selling all kinds of things, especially, well, tourist souvenirs like t-shirts, and also what I find interesting is the batik Sarawak. The batik that you find in Sarawak is different from that in the peninsula because here they feature a lot of tribal motifs, like this one here, this piece in red. Cantik kan color dan corak ni? Yang ni kain sarung yang telah dijahit kat tepi. I'm going to bring this home and get a tailor to turn this into a sarung kebaya. My final destination for souvenir shopping here in Kuching is across the river in this area which is known as Kampung Gersik. Even though it's in the city, it resembles a very sleepy kampung, which you can reach from the waterfront area by river taxi, which cost only 50 cents. Not only is the boat tambang the cheapest mode of transportation to cross the river to Kampung Gersik, but it's also the quickest, only 5 minutes. And here I am in the home of Dayang Salhah Awang Weldon. It is unarguable that Dayang Salhah's name is synonymous with the most beautiful souvenir, the most gorgeous food to be had in Sarawak. Well, good friends of mine know that I don't have a sweet tooth, but I just can't resist having tasters of these cake Lapis Sarawak. The iconic Sarawak cake Lapis was featured on the Great British Bake Off on Season 10, Episode 7, the Festival Week, and one of its judges, Paul Hollywood, described it as one of the most difficult creation. Tengok ni, mi dah habis memborong kat Dayang Salhah, kena beli extra check-in luggage pula ni. Cake Lapis Dayang Salhah operates from her home, and outside of her home, I was so excited to find this setup. Adoy, I'm really so tempted, but I do have so many things to bring back home from Kuching. This is Tali Shad, also known as ikan terubuk. Bestnya, kalau muat aku really nak bawa balik 3 ekor ikan terubuk ni. I have a confession to make. My foodie shopping spree actually ends up here in Mama Su Cake Lapis. Yes, I'm getting myself more cake lapis. Oh my goodness, my check-in luggage is going to be, well, over the scale. I'm not lying when I say that I don't have a sweet tooth. Really, I don't. These are to be given away to neighbors and friends. Even though I don't like cakes per se, but I still like stepping into these cake lapis shops because you get free tasters. Like this pakcik, he's really enjoying himself. My next vlog will be my last one in Kuching. I'm Gobble Guzzle signing off. Always be kind and spread the message of peace. Jumpa lagi. Bye-bye.